Let's see if this worked the way I hoped. Hello, viewers! If you can see me, that is. Let's see. Welcome! Oh, it is working. Yay! We're live! It's been an interesting week. Been without my co-host and my hairdresser, I guess, for a week. They've been out of town visiting family. We got another trip coming up later this month, and I couldn't swing taking time off for this trip and that trip, so I'm just holding the fort down here. But it looks like you guys are already showing up in force. Hello, Marshall. Hello, Metro 161. Wayside Railroader. Hello, Steam Rail Willie up the road. What's up, buddy? Whitmore's Trains is in here. Evan Sampson. Hello to you both. Southern Rail fan 451 comes right out of the gate swinging with a question. Have you ever thought about getting a Southern 4501? Why do I need to? I've got you. Southern, it's right here. 4501. You're here. No, I haven't considered any Southern because there was no Southern here. And if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, for those of you that are new, welcome to Datafied, and more specifically to the Secondhand Overland, our O-Gauge adventure down here in the basement. Good old-fashioned basement takeover with a sectional couch, no doubt. And yeah, we've started with Union Pacific because we're in Omaha, and it's kind of the home of UP. And yeah, pretty much if it's been through the area or if it's tied to the UP system somehow, then it's golden. And I haven't looked at a Southern Railway map, but I'm pretty sure Southern serves the South. No, the South. I forget how that goes. Someone correct me. But yeah, so probably not going to add 4501 anytime soon. Let's see. May was rough for you, Steamer Willie. Are you speaking like rough, like as in like a dog, like sick as a dog? Maybe, I don't know. That was lame. You can pity chuckle if you like, but I don't deserve it. I'm doing fine, everyone. Thanks. Yeah, it's my son and wife return tomorrow, so I will be probably a little bit happier then. You know, everyone's like, "Oh man, bachelor pad," and to be honest, I was kind of looking forward to it at first. And after about 3 days of no wife or son, it started to wear on me, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm glad that they'll be coming back, and I can't wait to hear all their stories because apparently, when I ask for like check-ins and I talk with my son and see how things went, he's like, "Oh, don't tell Dad. No, don't tell Dad." He's got all these secrets, all these things that they did that he couldn't tell me about during the week that he has to tell me when they get back. You know, it'd be nice if I knew some of what happened during the trip, and my wife has at least kept me in the loop on some of that stuff. But hey, Bella, thanks for joining us. Let's see, Art's here, yay! We have half of the cast of 3 Rails 4 Dads. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am part of a live stream show that's on YouTube. We still call it a podcast somehow, but I'm pretty sure we don't have the podcast thing going. But myself, Ray from Ray's Trains, Del Hudson, he's on Instagram mostly, and Arts Model Trains. The 4 of us get together every month and have a live stream show, and we bring in a special guest every time as well. Speaking of bringing in special guests, I wonder if I can see. I can't quite see on that. That would normally show me how many folks we have in here. But hey, if you're joining us tonight, and you want more folks to hang out with, invite them to the live stream. You can duck out and bring them back in. That's fine. The more the merrier. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Let's see. Dad E-Fi. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. Unless you work tomorrow, in which case, maybe the end of the week is Sunday. No, Saturday evening. I work Saturdays. It's bit of a curse of working in the automotive industry. Yeah, it's open every Saturday. So the only times I have Saturdays off is if I take time off from work, and usually I have to reserve that time off for family trips and such. Oh, hi, Daphne. Off screen, I just noticed, but if it looks like I'm petting something here, there is a. She's gonna be 10 tomorrow. If you guys can say happy birthday to Daphne, I will make sure I tell her. Let's see. 4 Dads podcast. Invite other 3 rail dads to the podcast. I don't know, Will. It seems like we've had plenty of dads on, so you are definitely eligible for that. But we've even had folks that aren't dads that have come on. But yeah, being a dad is not a requirement to be a guest on 3 Rails 4 Dads. To be honest, when we first started the show, like, yeah, we should have guests on every now and then. And we had a couple shows, and we kind of interviewed ourselves, I guess. And then we had some topics going. And then once we got, like, the first guest, then it was just, like, kind of nonstop. Every now and then we'd still, like, have, like, a week where we didn't have a guest on the show. That first year we were trying to gain some traction. And now we've got a guest list that's so deep, it's like, shoot, we're going to be in business for the next, year, 2 years, 3 years with a list this long. I'm not saying you're at the bottom of the list, Will, but we would love to have you on. Maybe we need to talk about doing it more frequently than a month. It's just tricky getting 4 of us, especially 4 of us that have families, to all have a Friday or whatever evening open to be able to do this. It's trickier than you think. Art does a lot of great work with it. Speaking of which, if you haven't subscribed to my buddy Art, go check him out. He's fantastic. And he's also in my corner with all my LionMaster stuff, which I will get to that in a moment. But happy Friday from Central California. Hello. Wow, wait, so what time is it there? Is it like 3:30 in the afternoon or something? Maybe 4:30? I was in Mountain Time a little bit ago, and then it's just one more over. So it's like 4:30 there. Yeah, cool. Oh, Daphne, you're getting some happy birthdays. Do you want to come up here and see them? No? No? You're fine. Okay, you're fine. She's fine there. I've got a bunch of shorts that I did when I was first getting started with this about my corgi. If you haven't seen her, I'm biased, but I've been told that I'm not biased because she is actually the cutest corgi ever. So, check her out. She should be the star, not me. It's good you don't need to be a dad. I got something interesting brewing. Like, we're talking like brewing, like you don't have to be a dad, like it's a drink? To some sort of beverage? Did you bring enough to share with everyone? Should go to IRM steaming into the fall. They mostly run steam engines that day, and I think 1630. Metra 161. It's funny you should mention that. Oh, first of all, I do see, would you get a AC9? Southern Railfan needs to watch some more Datafied. I don't think I can run an AC9 here. I can run it there and there, but I don't think I can run it on the turnaround sections. I'm pretty sure that engine's too big. But no, let's see, yeah. Metro mentioned the Illinois Railway Museum. I have never been. But as of about 3 hours ago, my son and wife have. They were there. I told her, you're in Chicago for your return trip, and you're spending some time there with some family there too. If you want to go to IRM, he would probably love it. But 1630 is down. They're doing big boiler inspection thingy or whatever it is that all steam locomotives have to go through in order to be approved to not explode and catch fire and all that fun stuff. I'm not sure on the specifics. I just know 1630 isn't running. But my wife sent me a photo of a shed with the garage door open slightly, and you can see 1630 on the back of the tender. And she's like, we kind of saw 1630, and I'm like, all right. I've actually got him. Let's see if I can figure this out. He's back here, maybe. You can see him in the switch yards back there. 1630 is hanging out. I put him when I heard about that. I put him on the track because I have a feeling Colin will want to run that one when he gets home. What do you think about dead rail? Have you thought about converting your trains? I've not heard of dead rail, and I have no plans to convert the 20-something trains that we have here for whatever being a rail that is dead is. I don't know what that is. Leave me a comment. Should I? Should I know that? Is this supposed to be common knowledge? I'm usually in the loop on stuff like this, but I might be off. Let's see. Oh, yep. Art's already added Will to the list. Good deal. I've got an idea in mind for something brewing. Wayside Railroader. Okay, cool. Tweety Railroad, hello. Your green train's fantastic. My son Colin calls it the Christmas train because it's green and red. But I think it's just because we happened to watch a video that Caleb Easter had made about the Tweety Railroad around Christmas time. But yeah, would love to go to IRM Steamwheel Really. Me too. They went without me. I'm super jealous. But we'll have to go again because 1630 will be running. Any CSX trains? CN 8002 asks. No. And that one's actually for two reasons. One, we don't have any CSX here in the Midwest, or at least in my part of the Midwest. Some people consider like Ohio and stuff like that Midwest. I don't know, it kind of falls into like a gray area for me. Like, where's the East Coast, where's the West Coast, where's the Midwest? And then like, there's, you know, kind of regions in between. Like if you say you live in Colorado, I don't know that you'd call that the Midwest, but you definitely wouldn't call it the West Coast. So yeah, Ohio kind of falls in that weird. But also, there's no CSX around here, and it's too new. I try and focus on late steam, early diesel. Basically, if it's a diesel, it has to have been a diesel that ran around the same time that steam locomotives were still kind of in their waning days. That's how the RS-11 snuck in. They started making RS-11s. If you haven't seen that video, by the way, check it out. I thought I did a pretty good job with that. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments. But, oh, somewhere directly... Is it directly behind my big Fred Flintstone-sized head? Yes. Missouri Pacific 4611. Alco designed the RS-11 in 1956. Okay, last couple years of steam. I can make it in. I didn't realize that Missouri Pacific didn't purchase them until 1959. So, like, literally, the, like, last year you could say that there were probably steam engines on the rails, maybe, sort of, hardly at all, 1959. So, just barely squeaking in back there. But it's a beautiful looking engine and I love the colors and it runs great. And, I'm kind of not sad that it's not Legacy. Except I wish it had a quilling horn. Because then I could tell it when I want full blast instead of Let's see. Dedra is basically converting O-gauge trains to battery power. Nope. Not doing that. That's a lot of work for not a whole lot of payoff down here. I could see like converting a train to dead rail if you were like doing an outdoor layout. Because then you could just take your train and plop it on there and you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, transformers and stuff outside. You could just do it that way. That'd be cool. But no. No reason to convert to dead rail that I can think of here. Let's see. Did we ever go to Black Hills Railroad? When we were family a long time ago. Yeah. I wanna go there, but I've never been. Really cool. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Last week we got N-Scale, Silver Streak, Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr. My son just got to see the Nebraska Zephyr, fittingly, at IRM. So that's cool. Ohio isn't Midwest, really. Although we have CSX here, yes. Yeah, so what do you classify Ohio as then? Like, is it East Coast? Is it Midwest? What is it? Or it's just Ohio? It's its own thing. Good night for a live stream. Old Ohio Angler. Speaking of Ohio, great. We got some more Ohio in the house. That's actually where my son and wife were for most of their trip. Her grandmother, my son's great-grandmother, is out there, and there's some more family that's out that way on my wife's side of the family. I went out there with them a while ago for Thanksgiving, and they're all great people. They've been out here a couple times. Some of them come out here and visit us every now and then, but I just wish I had enough time to be able to do everything, or at least I guess just quit my job and go travel for a few months and then come back destitute. Let's see. Hello, Vintage HO Trains. Greetings from the Sunshine State from Trains of Lark. Hey, Larkin. Let's see. Fashionably late, but Ray is here. Okay, everyone get your charcuterie boards. Actually, no, that's more for Dell, and Dell's not here yet. Can't believe he doesn't know about it. What, the dead rail thing? What? Do I have a reason to do it down here? Am I missing out on something earth-shattering? I've got power to tracks, and I've got 20-something trains running on it. Is there a massive reason that I should know about dead rail trains? Although there was a guy, there's a channel called Dead Rail Trains. I've seen him before. He's a cool guy. Any locomotive you recommend visiting or riding? Bella asks. Oh, and then before that, actually, Marshall mentioned the Garden Railroad. My dad has a Garden Railroad at his house. I've made a video about that. It's called the White Trestle Railroad, and it's mostly because of nearly 90% of the line is elevated up off the ground from these white bridges because his house is built on a hill, and he's like, I can't build trains on a hill, but I can build a trestle like crazy. So it's kind of neat. I'm getting behind here, folks. Oh yeah, what do I recommend visiting or riding? Any train ride is a good ride. Let's see. We did Strasbourg. That was tons of fun last fall. We get to do a lot of train rides in Omaha because our zoo has a narrow gauge railroad that runs around it. And my son and I will go there on weekdays when it's not busy in the morning and take the first train out and just not even use it to get to the other side of. We'll just do a round trip on it. But no, I want to do more scenic railroads and stuff. Just traveling's tricky and expensive. We are doing a big trip end of this month to the Northeast. So there's a few railroad things we'll do out there, so that should be fun. Maybe Conway, we'll see. How's things? Awesome video on the RS11. Thank you, Eric. That means a lot. Did he see the DD40X? Metro's asking. Yes, we have a DD40X in Omaha that we see all the time. That's up there with our favorite big boy. Let's see. Have you been to Yosemite Valley? I have not, Jason. That sounds awesome. But no, haven't done a whole lot of scenic railroads. A little bit on the East Coast because I'm originally from there. And then yeah, a couple like the Strasbourg thing that we did. That was cool though. Will we see 1225? Yeah, that's on our list. That would be cool to see. I try and do trips to tackle more than one thing. So like we might try and do like a couple different things. Like if we have like friends in that area, we'll try and visit them then too. Not really a reason for me, unless I plan on running trains outside. Okay, then that probably explains why I'm not in the loop about the dead rail stuff, but that's fine. Let's see. As someone who uses batteries for Lego trains, they always die at inconvenient times. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Ben, what's up? Wow, I finally saw your comment. It's like 40 comments up. Ben, thanks for joining us. How's it going in Tennessee Valley? Let's see, Lego trains are cool. I've seen them before. Yep, always a good time. Uncle took a trip on the White Pass in Yukon and Alaska. My dad has a White Pass locomotive on his G-scale layout downstairs, and he occasionally... Actually, I don't think he's run it outside. I think it's too fancy. I think he's afraid it's gonna like not make the corner right and fall off and die. 4014. Assume in real life. I'm trying to piece together maybe a word or two missing from DT Shortline, but yes, it's incredible in person. If anyone's seen a big boy in person, whether it's at Steamtown or a museum or wherever, you know, it's big. But there's something about it being big and moving that's just incredible. And that was actually kind of one of the things that my son was a little bit bummed about when we went to Cheyenne. I got something in my eye. When we went to Cheyenne, we got to see Big Boy and 844. And we're so used to at least seeing 4014 under steam and moving. And so to just see it sitting there, it's like, well, this is just like seeing the big boy at nearby Holiday Park. It's just cool to see like where they live and talk with the guys in the shop and see where things, you know, learn more about that aspect. But for a kid that loves trains, he'd really love to see it under steam. Let's see, Lou's here. Oh my gosh, Lou, I am eternally jealous. But this is why, this is it. Unfair advantage of living on the East Coast is when Lionel gets their stuff, you guys get it first, and then it takes another day or so to come to us, and then another day or so to get to all the other time zones and such. But yeah, he beat me to it. We'll talk about it in a bit, but LionMaster, it's back, and it's full of tariffs. Why is, I feel like LionMaster is cursed recently. 2020 Volume 1 catalog comes out with an Allegheny. Just kidding, COVID killed everything, and many people as well and such. And then, yeah, no Allegheny, not enough people ordered it. And then 2020 Volume 2, they're like, just kidding, we're going to have a LionMaster, but it's going to be one we've already done before. We're going to do the cab forward. And they did enough of those to sell them, but apparently they sat on shelves for a while. They did not sell well. And I was afraid that between those two strikes in 2020, Volume 1 and Volume 2 both having LionMasters, both being varying degrees of failure, that they would never revisit the line. But we got one again, and mine will be here tomorrow. Will we see a video? If we see trains, you will see a video of it. 1225. Go to Yosemite, White Pass, or Cog Railway in New Hampshire, whatever. If we see a train, you guys will see it on here. There's no reason we will go see a train and not tell anyone about it. Let's see. Our last train ride was on the Great Smoky Mountains 13 years ago on our wedding anniversary. That's awesome. Great Smoky Mountains has a fantastic scenic railroad. I would love to go there. Buddy of mine's in Ohio. There's some kind of he's just south of Columbus, north of Akron. There's a railroad in a state park. Can't think of the name of it. If you can think of the name of it, let me know. But they've got like a PA. No, it's an FA diesel pulling stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I know the. Lou says his Hudson's box does not say LionMaster. They are still advertised as LionMaster. I'm pretty sure it still says it somewhere else, but yeah, the big old gigantic LionMaster logo is kind of gone. I think my last, I need to go double check. I don't look too long at the boxes when I get the train. I'm too excited to get the train out. So my LionMaster Lion Chief Big Boy 4014 and the cab forward 4294 both came in big orange boxes. Cannot for the life of me, tell you if it says LionMaster on the box. I don't remember. I've seen so many LionMaster boxes. I wonder why. I've got no shortage of LionMasters around here. Let's see. Something's under repair on 1225. Shame the excursion this year is another cab ride for rich people. It's like you said what we were all thinking, Willie. But yeah. I mean, that's... They've got to raise money for the museum. That's fine. But like, there's not even any like whistle stops or a viewing area or anything. It's literally the only excursion is just the fundraiser portion, which is, if you're gonna go through the trouble of getting 4014 out of the shed, get some pomp and circumstance, because all you're gonna do now instead is encourage more people to ride alongside the tracks and follow this thing, which you always tell folks not to do. So, not exactly helping your cause there. I don't know. Says Lion Chief 2.0 in the corner. Yep, I know that. But yeah, no big LionMaster banner in the middle. Interesting. I'll have to check and see if my big boy or cab forward say that. Oh, yay! Cuyahoga is in the park in Ohio. Yeah. My buddy Nick is visiting from there right now. And he said, yeah, they had a steam engine there too. I'm like, what? What steam engine? I look it up. Nickel Plate Road 765 was there. And I'm like, what? And he's like, is that like a big deal? Like, it's a freaking big deal. It's cool. It's a brick. We don't have bricks here in the Midwest. They're all like, that's like an East Coast thing. It's not fair. Although, Chicago Northwest. Sorry, Chicago Northwestern. Please don't kill me. They had Berks. They were just different Berks. And they didn't look like the Berks that Lionel did. The face is all wrong. Let's see. Does my son have a train that he absolutely loves? If so, which one? Yeah, so we've done some top 5 videos where you can see both my favorite trains and his. I try and pick the ones that he hasn't already picked, so that way we can cover more ground, because we do have a lot of trains to choose from here. Initially, his favorite train is always the newest one that he has. But there are a couple that he always gravitates back towards. He always goes back to 4014. He always goes back to Zoo Train. Zoo Train, if you don't know, is old number 119. We have a Lion Chief version of Union Pacific's famed Transcontinental Railroad locomotive, and he likes running that. It's also really fast. I think he just likes riding the pants off of it. He really likes 1630. He's about to like it a whole lot more that he's actually seen the real one, or at least the back of it. He really likes 844. We've got that one here now. But no, I'd say his favorite usually rotates between Zoo Train and 4014. But we love them all. Let's see. Think by LionMaster Big Boy 4014 just says Lion Chief, not LionMaster. Art. Yeah. I mean, again, I've seen so many LionMaster boxes that I didn't even think of it, but maybe they don't even bother saying it anymore. Alright. Might have to see UP 6706 tomorrow, the last UP engine in Chicago Northwestern's paint in operation. Oh, cool. I didn't know there was still one floating around there that... Like, they have all these patch engines. It's so funny. We went to Bailey Yard in North Platte, Nebraska, and saw the yard and played the most epic game of I Spy. And the guy up there that was telling us all about the yard and the trains and all that says, yeah, they used to repaint locomotives here, but it was too expensive, so they just do it from one location now instead. And he said that the reason you don't see more of the UP locomotives repainted in the new livery, there's still a bunch of them. Most of the fleet still has the big flag on the side, which is cool, but the big flag on the side is also an area that's really easy to get dirty, and so it is, I don't want to say it's disrespectful, but maybe it could be to some, to see big dirty American flags flying around on the rails, to see it, you know, it's almost like, you know, having a tattered flag flying in front of your yard. It's not respectful. If you're going to fly the flag on the side of a train, maybe you should keep it clean, and so that's why they moved them up front to the edge of the cab. So they can get the drains just as dirty, but the front will still look okay. But he said, yeah, I'm like, why haven't they repainted more of them? Money. Oh. Well, that probably explains why there's a bunch of patch trains out there that aren't fully repainted either. But it's at least cool to see them in their like original colors. Like Southern Pacific, there's still some bloody noses out there. Chicago Northwestern still has some out there. Yeah. Let's see, I'm getting behind. Cuyahoga Valley Railroad just hosted 765. Yes! You told me about that. Missed the move. Cool. 765 might be your next legacy engine, Bella. That'd be a good one. The only thing that's a bummer about the Berks, the recent ones in the catalog, is they all have Mr. Lionel. If you're gonna pay all that money for legacy, you shouldn't put the most used and abused sound set of an engineer in there. That's just not fair. It's not fair to I mean, shoot, there were like 4 or 5 engines in that catalog alone that had Mr. Lionel at the helm. I'm so glad when I first heard the sound sample, because when you order something out of the catalog, you don't know what sounds are going to be in it. You just say you want that train and hope that it lives up to the expectations. I wish they would like tell you, or at least have like a preview of like what the engine is going to sound like and stuff like that, but they don't. And then, yeah, you get your GP9 and your Burke, and they both have Mr. Lionel in them from the same catalog, and it's like, why? But thankfully, the LionMaster Hudson does not have that. AEG! Hello! Will I get a Lion Chief Nickel Plate Road 765? I didn't know they made a 765 in Lion Chief. But probably not, because they don't. It's not a railroad from around here. I have broken that rule a couple times. Now that I think of it, I've broken that rule mostly because they're LionMasters and they're awesome, and I love LionMaster engines. The Class A, I got from Art. Definitely, Norfolk and Western Territory is definitely not Omaha. And T1 Duplex. Just my favorite aesthetic locomotive design ever, of all time. So, had to have that. Plus, who doesn't like a little Penzi, you know? They came into St. Louis. That's in the Midwest. Okay? It was on this side of the Mississippi for a little while before it turns back around and goes back into East Coast territory. Let's see, what else we got? Eugene, I am doing pretty good tonight. You guys are keeping me company. Tuesday night I had some plans to see a friend of mine, and he had some things come up and couldn't hang out, and so all of Tuesday evening I was just like, what am I going to do with myself? There's no one here. This is like day 4 of my family being gone. The live stream isn't until Friday. I can't just do one early, so I just kind of poked around on the internet and watched some Grand Tour on Amazon Prime and curled back into my bed. What was that? That was probably the lowest point of this week, was Tuesday evening. That was a big bummer. But I did get some more kind of scenery stuff done around the layout, and I ran a bunch of trains. Let's see. I am doing tonight. Good evening. Good. You are good. That's good that you're good. Ben, I missed something from Ben. Are you looking forward to the new Hudsons? Yes, Ben. I am looking forward to the Hudsons, and the pacemaker is on its way here. My buddy Lou already has his, so if you want to see what it looks like, check out his video. His layout's pretty cool, and it's shot really well, so go check that out. But I'll have a review up of it as soon as I humanly possibly can, because I need to spread the word about these tariff trains. Because I'm really worried that because they're going to be slightly higher than they were, that they're going to sell poorly. And the last LionMaster didn't sell that well either. And the last LionMaster before that got canceled. And the last LionMaster before that was pre-COVID. So, post-COVID LionMaster has not gone well, potentially. Everyone was psyched about the Hudsons. I mean, this is the year of the Hudson anyways, but when they announced that in last summer's Volume 2 catalog, I mean, people were stoked about it. And as well, they should be. So I really just hope that not too many people... I understand finances, all that stuff. I really hope too many people didn't cancel their orders on those. I really hope it goes well. I want everyone to buy those so that we... Lionel needs to hear me, like, that we want these, that these are cool. Just, they were supposed to be shipped in May, and I think if they weren't on the water quite as long, they could have been here before tariff fun happened, but whatever. It's a pain. Used to have that Lion Chief. Wait, they had a Lion Chief 765? That'd be cool. Have the sounds on the website. Don't think this is an option anymore. Yeah, of course not. Heck, I saw in the 2020 catalog with the Vision Line GS4, with the daylight, they had like a video embedded into the freaking online catalog. That's cool. Do stuff like that. Come on, Lionel. Eventually we'll have them on the podcast, and I can beg them to do stuff like that, and they'll go, yeah, I like HO trains actually. What? You sold me on LionMaster, but I'm still searching for the... Oh. Yeah. Pennsylvania T1 duplex with Legacy. It's tricky to find. I've only seen them a handful of times. Granted, I've only been in the hobby for 2 years, but... Yeah. I've got... Even though I'm not actively looking for more LionMaster trains currently, I still have that search term saved in my eBay. And I always check on trains too. Like I have like a ritual every week I check to see what's out there. And I never see the Legacy T1 duplex show up. Will I run a train, Byron? Sure. Probably. It's a little hard. I don't have like cool microphone stuff and everything. It's a little hard to. It's a little hard for me to do this and run trains at the same time. It gets kind of loud. I'll be able to talk to you guys, but you guys probably won't be able to hear me because you're right behind part of the main line. Fast track. It's loud. It's fast and loud. Let's see. What am I missing? Not fond of the dispatcher. I prefer the old one. Yeah, I'm with you, Bella. It's okay. The eBay tariff issue that Willie's facing. That's not fun either. Oh! EM&R! Hello! Hoping the LionMaster cab forward will be easier. Easier for what? Oh, to find? Yeah, actually there's a LionMaster cab forward that's on trains right now, I think. Or on eBay. I can't remember one of the two. It's the TMCC version, but there's one out there right now. They show up every now and then. Usually the TMCC version of that train. Usually I don't see not the Legacy, the Lion Chief version. Lionel's getting way too expensive, plus they're offering the same exact engine with no updates. MTH is on the move, though. I suppose they might be, but I feel like if the Rail King locomotives were slightly larger, if they weren't so traditionally sized, because if you take like a traditional O, like my old post-war Scout, and you put that next to the Santa Fe Northern, that's a Rail King, they're the same size. So running those traditional sized trains on a layout together, it's fine. But that Northern looks a little silly next to my LionMasters. And the LionMasters look more at home with some larger traditional engines and some smaller scale engines. And that's kind of what I've got going here. So I focus more on secondhand stuff anyways. The only reason I didn't have, well, there's two reasons I didn't have a Hudson LionMaster already. One, less of a reason to go for that because, again, they didn't really run in the Midwest. But it's a LionMaster, so I can make a pass on it. Two, I was thinking of getting the Boston and Albany version, but it was the wrong version and the wrong color. Boston and Albany used to be like a really dark green kind of color. And they were just black in the J1A, and I don't think they ever had J1A, so I'm like, you know what, I can skip that for now. But when I feel like part of the reason why I got the Lion Chief LionMaster Hudson wasn't to fit in with my Union Pacific themed railroad, but to prove a point that if I said to Lionel, hey, if you make another LionMaster, if you bring it back, I will buy one. So this is my promise to you guys. I did. But it's also just, I don't have any red trains. So the fact that they made it in the pacemaker made it that much easier to say, you know what? If I'm going to get a train that doesn't belong on these Midwest rails, I'm going to get one that looks cool. And the pacemaker scheme arguably is one of the cooler ones that they made. Although the Lionel Lions one is just really sharp looking. And the Halloween one's got the cool glow-in-the-dark effects. That'd be neat. Let's see. Hard to justify LionMaster when the prices are just hitting 800 plus shipping. Not if you pre-ordered with Charles Rowe. Even with the hike from Tariff Fund, they're still under $750. I can't remember exactly what the price ended up being from Charles Rowe. Yeah, it's still up there, but good used TMCC Hudsons and LionMaster are still like $400, $500. So you're not saving that much going to TMCC as you are going to the new one, the Lion Chief Plus 2.0. And so that was kind of my reasoning for going with the new one in this case instead of... I mean, I call this railroad the secondhand overland. I do focus mostly on secondhand stuff. But when a LionMaster comes out, I've got to I've got to support it. I've got to put my money where my mouth is. Haven't been able to do the live stream. A little busy. It's alright. We're all busy. Stuff comes up. was more to life than talking with trained people online, but it's good to unwind and chat with you guys. So thanks everyone for showing up. I can't see how many people are on here. I suppose I could, because I have the camera flipped the wrong way. I can't see the count. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna see how many of you are in here. Let's see, what do we got? 29, not bad. Oh, and 15 likes. That means half of you haven't bothered to hit the like button. If you could, hit the like so YouTube thinks that I don't suck, when in fact I do. I've been really disheartened with recent, and I'm looking not even at just my videos. I've been seeing my buddies in their 3 Rails for Dads podcast. D.A. Griffin just came out with a video today. I hope that does well, but it looks like everything just kind of... I mean, I know it's not train season, but it just looks like everything just kind of hovering around these meh stats. Like, I don't know, as content creators, are we doing a sucky job? Are we not... Are you not entertained? Let me know. I think we're putting out some pretty good quality stuff. Although everyone showed up when Jim Gam was on the show for 3 Rails for Dads. That was so much fun. It's a lot more fun than getting called Mortadella. I know, it's fine. Yeah, that was an interesting podcast for me. Let's see. Hoping Lionel listens to me. Yes, I am too. If they listen to me more, I would sell the scale 844 because they would make a LionMaster 844. I still think, okay, so if you take the baby K4 and if you take the like Lion Chief Hudson, not the new LionMaster one, but the older one, the smaller, traditionally sized Hudson, those have the same chassis. And Rail King has done this as well. Rail King takes their northern chassis and puts a bunch of different shells on them and calls it a day. I really wish Lionel would crank more LionMasters out by taking, hey, let's take a 484 northern and let's just put a bunch of different shells on it and print money. You know why? Because I'd buy them all. If we had a Lion Chief LionMaster Daylight, Santa Fe 2926, 844, Norfolk and Western 611. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many cool northern type locomotives out there. I mean, they could just laugh their way to the bank. I think. Because then you could take all these... Now, granted, you can fit a 484 technically on smaller rails. We managed to make our 844 cheat around here a little bit thanks to some blind wheels in the tender that are out of stock, apparently. Come on, Lionel. We need those. Yeah. More big steam for smaller layouts. Not everybody's Eric or JD Stux or, you know, all the guys that have these grandiose, gigantic 072 on upwards layouts. Have you guys seen how much space? Ask Ray. Ray, how much space does an 072 layout take up in your room? And you're like maxed out in that room. Like that's a lot just to run the minimum for all these big trains. Wouldn't it be nicer to be able to run more trains on a smaller layout that doesn't take up quite as much more room? This hobby would be so much more accessible to folks just from a space-wise standpoint. But apparently there's enough guys that are just buying the big scale ones to where it's not worth it, I guess. I'd like it to be worth it. I'd love to see more development. But then that would mean that they have to make something new. And truly, when was the last time, like, everything has been a re-release? Yes, I'm agreeing with you from previously, Jason, when you talked about MTH and such. Lionel really hasn't made new stuff in a while, except for, like, the brass hybrids. Those are cool. Can't run them here. Man, brass hybrid Challenger. The early type Challenger, that would be so cool to have. Can't run it. Take the Challenger LionMaster chassis and build that type of, just put that type of a shell on it. Put the earlier type Challenger on those wheels. Would that work? I think it would. That'd be cool. Let's see. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Wow, I've missed a lot. Did my son get to stand in front of the big boy in Cheyenne? Yes, of course. Anthony was asking. Those Legacy LionMasters are sweet spot. Quilling, Whistle, and Whistle Steam. Yeah, 2010 to 2017 is kind of the sweet spot for LionMaster. They were getting started with TMCC, and then Legacy, and then Legacy with Whistle Steam, and then enough people complained about price, and they made it Lion Chief. They're still great engines in Lion Chief. They are smooth runners. And they've got legacy levels of detail. I don't know why everyone keeps giving Lion Chief a bit of a hard time, because the current Lion Chief stuff now, especially with LionMaster, is pretty detailed, pretty nice. Even my Lion Chief Mikado looks so good. It's such a sharp engine. Let's see. Resting on their laurels, Jason. Absolutely right. But I'll try and be nice when they're on the show. Spoiler alert, we're trying to get Lionel on our 3 Rails 4 Dad show. Art, if I wasn't supposed to say that, you can fire me, and then Will can be my stand-in. Just for one episode, though. Then you got to bring me back. That's somewhere in my contract, somewhere. We don't have contracts. Okay. Well, it was a lot of fun doing that show. Saying Lionel seems to be okay. Question: where's your family? Glad you should ask. You must be joining us. Oh wow, I've been going for 45 minutes now. No, they're on their way back from a big old trip to Ohio to go visit family. They're in Chicago now. They were at the Illinois Railway Museum today, and I was exceedingly jealous. Yeah, Ray says the entire room. Yeah, if you want to run any kind of train that Lionel makes, you need to dedicate an entire room to an oval of 072. And just not everybody has that. I mean, technically I have the room in here, but the rule was I had to leave Big Blue in here. And so we're left with this layout. Leave me a comment in the chat if you guys haven't seen the layout. I'm about to do a big layout update because next week we celebrate 2 years of madness down here. And 2 years that I've still managed to be married while doing this hobby. RJ's upper loop is 072, but he uses Atlas track. Huh. Yeah, no wonder it looks like he has to like climb over his layout to get to stuff. If his upper loop is 072, that's massive. I have the smallest 072 layout known to man. Yeah, but it's still a good one, Ray. And you still have that cool generator car. I should do giveaways again. That was fun. It was the reason I stopped doing giveaways wasn't because I got cheap or anything, but the way that I was doing the giveaways was exceedingly time consuming. We were doing those the running sessions, and you had to find things in the running sessions. Filming stuff for a running session that's 5 to 7 minutes long, not super hard. Filming stuff for a running session that has to incorporate elements in that you can see without a shadow of a doubt how many cabooses or how many cows or how many things that we're telling you to find in the show, kind of difficult to do, honestly. It was really tricky to do, and I didn't realize that until the first one that I did, and then a bunch of people found more things or couldn't see the things that I knew was there because they're my trains, I know. So yeah, it was actually really difficult to do those. And so doing one a month and trying to come up with different ideas for all of them too was challenging. I think it would have been easier to keep those going too. Again, not even from a monetary standpoint of me sending people trains to win, but there just weren't many folks watching the running sessions. They were always the bottom feeders in terms of engagement. And it's like, if I'm doing these 4 folks watching the channel, and they're not watching them, then I'm not really doing either of us any favors. You're, forcing your way through videos you don't like, and I'm busting my butt to make them. So it's a lose-lose. So maybe I just need to figure out a different way to do giveaways. Will you get the RVP Steam train? I was thinking of not getting it, actually, if I'm being completely honest. And then my son saw the video where he says that they're making one. No way out! So, yeah, we're doing that. But it's an Atlantic type, and we don't have any Atlantics here on the secondhand overland. So that'll work. I really wanted that Missouri Pacific Atlantic that Bill B has, but it was like a built-to-order run, and it was the catalog right after I got into these things, so I missed it. And so everyone who ordered one got them, and no one had them for like regular inventory. Plus, I found out that they have Mr. Lionel at the helm, so that would have driven me crazy. If the RBP Trains Atlantic has Mr. Lionel in it, actually, you don't even have to worry about me being upset about that. You have to worry about Chris being upset that Mr. Lionel is in it. Because of the people that detest Mr. Lionel's engineer sound effect in these trains, he's probably the one you don't want to poke that bear with. Especially when you messed up the cherry Coke. I'm not saying that happened. No, what are you talking about? Where am I? Somewhere in this string of comments. Thanks for making this fun, guys. You're making the Friday evening go by quickly. Maybe I will run some trains for you. Oh, if I run them slowly, then they won't make as much noise. Oh, maybe I should do that. Leave a comment. Let me know. I've got Challenger 3985 and Missouri Pacific 4611, the RS11 that I just reviewed, on the line currently. On standby, 618, the Hebrew Creeper is hanging out behind you. And then in the yard is the RBP Switcher and 1630. Those are all pretty easily runnable trains at this moment in time. So if there's stuff you'd like to see during the live stream and you want me to do like a little bit of running sesh, let me know. If I could only have one engine. Oh, wait. Before that, wait. Never been a controversy you can notice. Lionel doesn't control low skill. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. If you had any issues pop up from the base 3, no. Base 3's been great, but it's mostly because I use it like my base 1. The base 3 has a lot of features, and it's kind of like my iPhone. I know how maybe about 40% of the things on my iPhone work, but I really only need about 25% of those things. I know how maybe about 10% of the base 3 works. There's a bunch of things that it can do, I'm sure. I didn't read the manual, and it's running my trains fine. I mostly use the base 3 to make it so that way I can use everything from a remote. I can run Lion Chief, the older Lion Chiefs, with this thing. And that really just saved me a remote. Seems kind of silly in hindsight. Oh, Bill's here! Yeah, great to see some Mopac on the line. It is a sharp-looking RS11. Thank you, buddy. Bill B's in the house. Oh, man. My cheekbones were already killing me from the rest of you guys, but now I'm going to need to get some ibuprofen for all this smiling. Let's see. Wait, what did Art say? I missed whatever Lou's talking about. Thinking about doing a custom run for myself? Frankie? I would love to. I just don't think I'm important enough. If you disagree, invite some friends to the live stream and click the like and watch all my videos and make everything go viral. Actually, I don't know if I want that, if I'm honest, because I've talked with our friend Chris many times, and he's like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, I enjoyed the channel a little more when it was, you know, coming under the radar still. You get a bunch of weird comments and a bunch of interesting followers and such, and it can get weird when you get famous in O-Gauge. It's like an oxymoron. But no, I would like to do a custom run, but I kind of did my own custom runs when I was doing those giveaways. I was making datafied box cars and datafied tanker cars that were just regular Union Pacific box cars and tanker cars with a little datafied sticker on them instead of Union Pacific. Very clever. But that was fun to do. If I ever did a custom run, I would want it to be if and when Lionel brings back the LionMaster Challenger. Mike, don't you have enough Challengers? No. Yes, I do. But because I love the Challenger so much, especially the Greyhound Challenger, I think it would be fitting to have a datafied custom run of a Greyhound Challenger. A few of you may have already seen kind of the artwork that I mocked up for what it would look like. Essentially take a Greyhound Challenger, same colors and everything, but along the smoke deflectors and the side of the engine, keep the colors still, but use the graphics from the 49er scheme that they did for the Hot Dog Challenger. And the little overland routes for Union Pacific that are on that train, that are on the side plates and the center, replace those with the little Datified logo. And that's what I would like. But if this LionMaster, the Hudson, doesn't go well because tariffs made him too expensive again, then we may not get any more LionMasters ever. So maybe my hopes and dreams of ever having that happen have been flushed down the toilet. We'll see. Whoa. Yeah. Lionel needs to make LionMaster 4.8 for us. Amen, Larkin. Hey, Matty C. I just saw his... Wow, there's more folks coming in. What's up? Howdy, boys. Man, it's a party in here. Jay Torres in here. Matty C. Mike Hollis. Do you think there'll be a LionMaster Volume 2? We had to wait nearly 5 years for there to be another LionMaster in the catalog. So I'll be Mr. Blue holding my breath if there's another LionMaster in the Volume 2 catalog. I expect there to be at least a year time, if not more, between LionMaster releases. But maybe we can change that. I don't care how much they cost. I'll get a LionMaster, right? No. Be broken a week. Although, seeing the LionMaster Hudson with the silver wheels on it, is that the Niagara scheme or is that a Dreyfus scheme? I don't know what scheme that is. The gray one. The silver drivers on that look cool. Might just get that one. Just, oh man, am I gonna have multiple Hudsons now? That'd. What are you guys doing to my wallet? Trains are cool. I try and put parameters in place to keep myself from going broke in a week. Otherwise, yes, I'd have Southern. Yes, I'd have CSX. Yes, I'd have New York Central everywhere. I'd have everything if money was no object. Silly, silly, silly. I missed something from Matty C earlier, though. Let me scroll up. Didn't I? Hello, sub Mike, love your... Oh, getting started videos. Thank you. I don't know that they did the greatest stats-wise, but I didn't really do them for that. I did them because when I was getting started on the hobby, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff out there that helped make sense of all the control systems and track power and all that stuff. I essentially took a step back and I'm like, if I was getting into the hobby again, what sort of videos would be helpful to me? And I just decided to make those. And did they do the greatest? No, because the unfortunate thing that I planned all these videos and I'm like, this is going to be great. But the unfortunate side effect is when most of my audience already knows how that stuff works, you guys don't bother watching the how-to videos on stuff that you already know how to do. And so that tells YouTube, hey, all of his regular watchers aren't watching these, so these videos must be shit. Oh, sorry. Poop. So the algorithm's not going to push it. So in doing informational things like that, before I'm big and famous like Eric's Trains, I just kind of end up shooting myself in the foot. And yeah, maybe I should have waited to gain more traction with a regular following and have folks watch them anyways. Maybe they'll just get searched enough to where they will make their way to the folks that need to see that stuff, to the folks that it could help. But yeah, I try my best not to get sucked into the algorithm and stats and all that stuff, but man, is it disheartening when the stuff that you work on gets completely ignored. It's like, oh, I thought I had a good one there. I thought they'd enjoy that. I thought that would be helpful. I thought that could help usher in the next era of O-gauge train enthusiasts, but they won't get that chance because my original audience that already knows all that stuff, you know, for a good reason. You guys don't need to see that stuff, I suppose. I was hoping some of you might. or at least watch it and send it to somebody that you know that wants to get into the hobby. That's a real thing that I would like to see happen. Not even because I want to be known as the guy that helped people get into O-Gauge, but because I think whether it's me or Art or Maddie C or RBP friends, RBP trains, and all his friends, I don't care who does it, just want to make this hobby accessible so more of us can enjoy it. Because this has been such a fun thing to get involved with, to dig into with. Not even, like, me digging into this with my son, that's already fun and rewarding. But then to be able to connect with you guys, to be able to do this, to share this, to learn from you, to get your feedback, to then take what I've learned and give it back to you. That's, like, there's not, like, a community, like, where we can chat on this, like, a normal basis kind of deal. It's not like Instagram where you've got, like, messaging software and such. But I do feel like we connect in the community when we're able to help each other out, and when you guys are able to help get other folks in the hobby, I can help get folks in the hobby, you guys can help answer my questions, I can help answer your questions. That's where the community exists. It doesn't have to be in a direct message in your inbox or something. It can be through this. It's fun. Wow, I just saw a bunch of hearts. Thank you, guys. I must have hit all the right buttons there. Think there'll be a LionMaster? No, I already saw that one. I need to scroll. Oh no, it's got. I scrolled up a little bit to see something, and then it hasn't gone down. So bear with me here, folks. SMT Mainline is. Yes, I know that guy. Well, I don't know him personally, but I've heard of him before. Great LionMaster Hudson is gorgeous. Yes, I know, Art. You were thinking of getting that one. Halloween Hudson looks really fun. I just don't really do, like, themed holiday engines, except for the Polar Express. I guess you'd kind of have to do that if you're an O-Gauge. Please read, what's my favorite locomotive? So we've done, like, top 5 videos before, and the big boys and the challengers are always at the top of the list. For the last 2 years in a row, the #1 engine in my roster has been 3976. It's a LionMaster TMCC Challenger. And I still love that engine, don't get me wrong. Maybe I've just run it too much or something. So that's my favorite still, or I've been running it more often because I finally have it all fixed. Stupid wires. I find it ironic that I have had so much trouble with the wiring to the wireless tether on a certain legacy engine of mine. Big Boy 4023, which we made, which is originally Big Boy 4006. We just did a bunch of work to change this one over. 4023, now that it's working right, is right up there with my Challenger. So yeah, my Greyhound Challenger 3976 and my Big Boy 4023 are neck and neck, like my 2 favorites to run. I've got a bit of an update I might do to 4023 that might push that engine over the edge and make it my favorite one, but I don't know if I need to make sure I can mount it properly and make sure that it'll hold and it won't break and it'll work, because it's part of the engine that needs to be solid. I'll just leave it at that. I don't even think Art knows about this one, and I tell that guy everything. Or Larkin, you don't even know about this plan. Oh, my voice. Bill B, yes, Bill's still in here, good. Let's see. Eric's trains, RBP trains, and me that got me. Whoa! I'm in there with that mix that got you interested? Bella! He has made my night. Oh, man. No, like, seriously, like, I don't consider myself in the mix with those guys. The YouTube stats agree. But if Bella says so, then we're gonna go with it. Thank you. I'm glad. That's a goal. Like, this has to extend beyond me enjoying the hobby. If one person, in this case Bella, says that I encourage her to get into this, then that's a really awesome feeling. Thank you for telling me. That's the other thing, is usually folks don't tell you that you've influenced them in that way. Not like influencer stuff. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but this is more wholesome than that. At least it feels like that. I don't know. Alright, right, that's it. I can just end the live stream right there. We can end on a high note. I'm kidding. I'm going to keep going. Well, we're an hour in. Thanks for sticking around. How many do we have? Let me cheat and look at this thing.
28. Not bad.
Oh, and we got... Hey, you guys did listen. We got 30 likes in there. Thank you. If you could have one engine for the rest of time, what would it be? And you got the A1 Burke. A1 steak sauce Burke. Yum. Yeah, no, probably 3976 or Big Boy 4023. If the house was going to burn down and I had time to grab one engine, I would probably grab 4023. Not just because 4023 is here in Omaha, but because I made that one. And it was a pain in the butt to make that one. So it would be more of a pain in the butt to go find the parts to make another one. That's the train I would leave the house in a fire for. Of course, it has to be big too, so I can't grab another one easily. If I liked 2 small engines, that'd be way easier. I could have 2 of my favorites. But no, because of the work that I've put into it, and the uniqueness of it, and the fact that it still works like Lionel made it, like it's factory spec and everything, it doesn't operate like a homemade job. I'm really proud of that. And so that's the one I would like. I love running 3976. I love its whistle. It's got great speed control. It looks fantastic. Yeah, that's just a great engine to run. But if I had to leave the house in a fire and everything else burned to the ground, I would say 4023. I love you, man. I'm looking at it. It's right below the camera on the shelf over there. I'm such a dork. Do I have a Discord server? No, I've tried to get into Discord. I just feel like I'm pulled in so many different directions. I already have a finite amount of time to spend on this stuff that following all these different messaging softwares and everything just gets annoying. So the couple Discord things I've been involved with, I don't check on it actively enough. So yeah, I don't have a Discord server. But maybe I should get into one. I don't know. Oh, hi Tim. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Eric. Oh, thank you. Thanks for enjoying the videos. My kids are getting into trains, and I love the dad ideas. Yes. All right. It's spreading. Yay. There's so many ways to do this, and it's like when I look back 2 years ago, what we were doing before we built the layout. We were still having fun with trains. Got a few things that we've added that'll make this even more fun down here. You guys will see that. Manny's in here, Ray's in here, get along pretty well. Yay! Bill B is doing good. The world is at peace. Aw, thanks, Bella. Man, just hitting all the feels. Just, ugh. Lou says, Mike, genuinely like trains and get ecstatic like a kid when you make these videos. It's a very positive vibe for a hobby that's good for families to get into with the kids. Agreed. Part of the reason why my son and I got into watching RVP was kind of that energy there too. I think on the opposite side of that, it is so easy to find all the grumpy old disillusioned folks that are unhappy with the way things are, not just in trains, but in the world, and have made it their mission to just rain on everybody's parade. Especially, I've seen some, not nasty, but just kind of some disheartening comments. It's like, when I'm making all these videos, like Maddie was talking about, all the tutorial kind of stuff and the how-to kind of stuff. When I made the one about Lion Chief and TMCC and Legacy, you just need to run conventional. There was, especially on Facebook, there were a lot of comments from grumpy guys saying boo about command control. If we don't support what companies are making now, then they can't make more. And if they can't make more, yeah, there's enough trains out there where we could just keep buying used ones and everything, but ask S-Gauge guys how they feel. Man, I bet their hobby would be doing a whole lot better. They would probably be doing a lot better have more people getting into S-Gauge if there were companies that were making S-Gauge trains. You've got to support the companies that are making them. And so if all we do is say that the old ways were better, then the hobby will never move forward. Then we'll be stuck in the doldrums and there will be no forward progression. So, not saying traditional is bad. Running trains conventionally is really relaxing, really fun. I wish I could do more of that, but I got the elevated line to keep me busy with that. It's fun. But I don't care how you control or enjoy your trains. The fact that there should be less negativity in general around it if we want to grow the hobby. And they just don't get that. A lot of them don't get that. A lot of them are stuck in their ways of China this and, this is the command control Bluetooth blows. I mean, you name it, it's been said about modern stuff. And yeah, the old ones run like crazy, but there's nothing to the older ones, and that's why they run so well. It's the same thing with older cars. Everything's gotten more complicated. Well, they're called Lionel electric trains, not Lionel wind-up trains. The more electronics, the more stuff, the more innovation, the more they can crank out of these things to get additional features out of. That's kind of in their name, isn't it? There's supposed to be forward progression. If it was just Lionel electric trains and it was the same from 1945 onwards, then they probably wouldn't be around anymore. I think TMCC was probably one of the breakthrough things for Lionel to kind of push these trains into the modern era. I don't know. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Oh, I missed a lot. Where did I get my backdrop? This one I got from Hobby Lobby. It's just clouds. It's pretty much like wrapping paper. But then this one, my dad got for me for Christmas a little over a year ago. So that's been cool. Make sure all of your engines are insured. Yeah, I need to go through and make like Art told me to do this, and he's not wrong, but I'm kind of afraid to see how much I've spent in trains. Granted, I have gotten some stellar deals on stuff because they were broken or in disrepair or someone didn't know what they had or whatever. And I've gotten them running, like especially the T1 Duplex. I got quite a bit cheaper than I should have been able to. But then I had to do a bunch of work to it. How often do I see LionMaster? Literally, Mike Hallis asked how often the LionMaster LC2 Big Boys. They didn't make an LC2 Challenger, at least not yet. But the Lion Chief 2.0 LionMaster Big Boy literally was just on trains.com like a week ago. So they show up every now and then, but boy, are they asking quite a bit. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace of all places. And from a guy that lived near Cheyenne, Wyoming. So that was really cool. And we worked out a pretty nice deal with that. Yeah, so they show up every now and then. The Challengers are definitely more... The Challengers and TMCC especially 3983. Legacy Challengers, a little more difficult to find unless you go to a train show on the East Coast. There's a guy that still has like 5 or 6 of them, it seems like. I had so many folks send me photos from York, the spring York show of LionMaster engines. First of all, thank you for thinking of me. Second of all, yeah, lots of opportunities still to get LionMaster Challengers and Legacy out there. There were quite a few that I saw. Including the green one that I used to have, the Rio Grande. That was such a cool colored engine. Ever thought about getting Rail King? Yeah, I kind of touched on this earlier, but I can do it again. Rail King, especially steam locomotives, are too small for kind of the scale of semi-scale that I do around here. Ironically enough, Rail King boxcars and rolling stock make their Rail King locomotives look tiny. Because the Rail King boxcars, at least the ones that I collect, are kind of between scale size and semi-scale. They're like a size in between them. But the Rail King steam locomotives, especially the Northerns, like the 844 and the Santa Fe, or just in general, man, they just let too much air out. They're just too small. They're great trains. They run fantastic. They have some cool features, especially the Rail King Imperial ones. But my LionMasters dwarf the Rail King steam locomotives, so they would just look kind of silly on the rails next to each other. I've got mostly LionMaster, larger semi-scale stuff and smaller scale stuff occupying the lines here. Kind of what I'm going to stick with. So until Rail King makes something bigger, there's not really a reason for me to get a Rail King locomotive. Yeah, doing fine. Let's see. Isn't I've been... What? You've been blocked, Jason? What? From where? I was totally positive with your channel and content. No, I don't think... You're posting here. I don't think you've been blocked or anything. Are you talking about, like the negative comments getting blocked? I don't block any of them. I approve nearly every comment I see on YouTube. I've seen stuff on Facebook that's been posted about my videos and such, but I don't have anything to do with those groups or anything, or how they're managed. Need to clip the old man impressions for 3 rails 4 day. What? Need to clip the old man impressions? What are you talking about, Ray? What did I miss? I haven't seen a whole lot in here seeing what trains you guys, if you guys want to see any trains run, but maybe, since my laptop is dying a little bit here, maybe I can just run them quietly in the background so you guys have something to look at besides me yakking away over here. Prepare yourselves for the greatest voice actor in all of O-Gauge.
3985 is coupled up. We clear the pole. Over. Union Pacific 3985. You may depart. Over.
The dispatcher we've heard a ton, but...
Copy that. Clear signal 3985. Out.
I don't know why. I just love that guy. He just sounds like an old railroad veteran, and he's seasoned in a good way. I don't really care for the whistle on this Legacy LionMaster. I prefer the whistle on the newer Legacy LionMaster, or the Legacy LionMaster Big Boy. Probably has one of the best quillable whistles in any of these. It's just a little too breathy, but the dialogue's great.
Dispatcher 3985 here. We clear the
Oh,
pole.
I already have permission to go. Whoops.
UP 3985. You may depart. Over.
Okay, good. We can...
Alright. Clear signal 3985. Out. At 4611, you are clear on line 1.
Yay! That's another thing I love about Trainmaster Command Control, or TMCC. They never tell you to stop. And that's what I don't love about Trainmaster Command Control. Oh, a little bit. There we go. That's the good horn. Let's get going. I'm going to turn down the volume on these so these guys can roll silently in the background. Alright. And then let me know in the comments if I'm about to run over myself. Let's see, what did I miss? How are your Menards buildings and accessories holding up? Steve, great question. They're holding up good. You can see the edge of it over there, but maybe if I... Oh, wrong way. Does that get them in frame? Yeah. They're fine. I probably just need to go turn the lights on for them. Yeah. No, the lights have burnt out. Nothing's caught fire. They all look good. I had thought about doing the... Everyone's like, these lights are too bright. Agreed. But you could just paint yellow paint over the white LEDs to tone them down. I just haven't, and honestly, it bothers me less these days. I don't know if it's all right. It doesn't bother me, but it looks cool back there. And now we've got low pack power. Do you see the boxcar too? It's probably hard to tell in the video, but that's a Mopac double sheath boxcar. Those are hard to find, and it seems like everybody's got the blue with the white stripe and the yellow door Missouri Pacific car. And I wanted to find something Missouri Pacific that wasn't the blue with the white stripe and the yellow door. So I found that one, and it's the double sheathed boxcar from Lionel is just kind of a sharp design. I've actually got another one rolling around on this Challenger here. It's a little bit further back in the line, but they just got really sharp details. I like those. I also really like this K-Line boxcar behind the Challenger that actually says 3985 on it. Road to the Challenger. That's cool. Oh, see ya, Art. I probably missed you, but thanks for stopping in. Discuss how my power the layout. Yeah, I've done a couple videos on it, and I'm holding off on doing another video on power because I do plan on changing stuff. I need more, especially with all the passenger trains I like to run. But the layout is powered by an old TMCC era 135 watt brick. They call it a powerhouse. And it runs into my Power Master, which doesn't like getting signals from my base 3, so I can't use the conventional function of the Power Master anymore, which is a bummer. I haven't been able to get that to work right. And then I've got power drops along the 64 feet of track that are on here. About every, it's not exact, about every 6 to 8 feet of the track, there's a power drop. Run the cab forward. Well, I guess it's back there. It wouldn't be so hard to get off the shelf. But articulated engines are kind of a pain in the butt to get on and off the track. And especially LionMasters, because they have 2 sets of articulated wheels. So it's a little bit of a pain. But I might get that one out. Let's see. There's another video on, yes, I do have a video on wiring my layout, but short answer is good old powerhouse. I need more. 180 watt power brick. Yeah, I might do it. I've been thinking of doing a because I have a CW80 that controls the elevated line. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those cool ones with the double handles like the ZWs can do multiple lines. If I just got one of those, although it's kind of an awkward spot with the way that I have the shelving unit here. But maybe I could do one of those and just have one that rules them all. That'd be neat. Yeah. You guys want to see some layout stuff? I can move you around while these trains mosey around. I'm going to slow down Missouri Pacific slightly so he doesn't get run over. But yeah, you guys didn't ask, but I'm going to show you a couple things that I've been working on with the layout.
All right. Uh-oh, what happened? What? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Did this thing die? Yes, it did. That's hilarious. I forgot to charge it. I thought it would be fine, but it apparently not. All right, well, we're going handheld, folks. Hello, Daphne. Good girl. You're going to be 10 years old tomorrow. I got some nice treats planned for you, and I'll probably bring you with me to work. Because I work at Subaru, and Subarus are dog-tested, dog-approved. So we bring our pets to work sometimes, and it's a good time. You good girl. All right. So, for the longest time, under the elevated line and under this, there was a Lego table, but the Lego table was old and it broke. And then we made a little train shop over here where my son can sell me my trains at double the price. But we just use the rest of it for storage. So, yes, look at that. Pull out Lego table. It's on wheels and everything. So this is going to be cool. He is going to flip out when he gets home because he hasn't seen this. I got a couple of the guys out of the bin, but there's more to it than this. But yeah, Legos are officially back under the table. And I've got gonna do a curtain that goes around here to cover all stuff up. That's about Rail King engines. Didn't someone already ask that? Let's see. Wait, can I go through? Yeah, I already talked about Rail King. Day too tiny. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh yeah, I did a little more scenery work up here. I have these guys looking like that they're adding some tubular track up here, but this stuff's in the way. I can't do another loop up here. I did think about, though, let me know in the comments, guys, if I should. If I took this stuff out and I did a loop of, I think this is 027 or 031, I don't know which. I don't know what type of track curvature this one is. But I've got enough to make a full loop of this tubular track. If I did another level and then I made like a tunnel of these guys coming out, so there'd be 2 tunnels coming out of this thing and 2 elevated lines and then the main line with conventional. I don't know. Let me know. I need to wire this guy up. I thought I found the thing to plug in to work with this guy. This is Woodland Scenics. It's supposed to have like a lit interior and everything, but I haven't seen it yet because I don't have the right power plug for it. Or maybe I should just wire it in, but I don't want to blow it up. Did a little more stuff on the rock wall over here. I need to find the other cover for these little signal lights, and then I'm going to power those guys on. A little scene going on over here. I love this section because you've got so much train action potentially. You got lines going out, lines coming in, and oh, hello, Heisler. Hello. Let's see. There they go. Let's do this number. Yay! I love that angle. Let's see, what else have I done over here? Not a whole lot done to this side. This side's always been more developed than the other side. The other side was always more experimental. But, yeah, not a whole lot new in here. I don't see comments anymore on the live thing. Oh, nope. Wrong orientation. It won't let me do that. Doesn't like that. Okay. Oh, new caboose for 1630. I found this one. Oh, there we go. Is my LionMaster a TMCC or a Legacy? Which one? The one that's running now is a Legacy, but I also have the newer Legacy version in 3977, and I have the older TMCC version in 3976. I have a problem. Let's see what else. I can kind of scroll through comments on here. That's neat. That would be sweet if I say yes. Wait, say yes to what, Maddie C? Heard any updates on the LionMaster trains from the 24 catalog? Yeah, mine will be here tomorrow. Thanks for asking, Andrew. Power Master, not LionMaster. Oh, what Power Master? Mine's a TMCC Power Master, not the Legacy version. I see your question. Old Ohio Angler, I got you. We got it figured out. I thought you were asking about my Challenger. Oh, I didn't realize. Check this out. I've got all UP on the shelves right now. Bull Moose, Challenger, Big boy, 844. Sweet. Yeah. Oh, and then here's that cab forward we were asking about earlier. Oh, I guess we did add this. We have a passenger station. And these ladies get into a lot of trouble. My son likes doing stories with them, riding the trains. And they don't follow the rules, and they kind of mess up and get on the wrong trains, and sometimes they end up on freight trains, and they end up in a stock car shared with a bunch of cows. It's hilarious, apparently. And I think these guys are getting too close to each other, so I need to increase power on the Challenger. There we go. Oh, no, I think you guys have seen this before. I don't have a video on it, but I got an Omaha bus. Woohoo! Bus man, can't breathe. Oh, no. Oh, and I moved my band. These guys are hanging out by the water tower now. Oh, yeah. What do you notice over here, guys? What don't you notice? There's no more lamp. No more lamp there in the corner. Yay! Oh, there's the boxcar bill. But yeah, you will notice behind the Katy, see where that little bush is? There used to be a lamp sticking up through the layout that provided light to this side of the layout. It's gone because, if I back up, you know, we're so used to looking at the trains, looking at the trains, looking at the trains, looking at the trains. Oh, track lighting. That's been a game changer. And I got little switches on them so I can turn them on and off to add light. That's too bright for there. Or I can just light up one side of the layout or the other. I need to get some more controls for those. I need to get a dimmer switch too because they are bright. But yeah. Woohoo! Look, guys, I'm watching you watch me. Actually, oh, I guess I could use this for the... Oh, you saw my new moped. Mike, how do you do the facing on your layout? Oh, the white trim. Great question. Great question, Steve. So this is all PVC. It's got a grain to it and everything, but yeah, this was all... And that's how I'm able to curve it around here. There's a couple spots where we anchored it, but this is PVC, so it does have some flexibility to it. Friend of mine cut these to fit. You could probably make the size that they come in fit, but because it's a slightly narrower diameter, it does bend a little bit easier. That definitely helped me with this 084 turn here and this 048 turn over here. I feel like I need to do more from more from this angle. Get a bunch of trains running and just mount the camera here and just call it a night. Maybe get the TV out of the way. There's the wall mount. Hello, Challenger. Woohoo! Like, comment, and subscribe! All the other YouTubers tell you to do it. I don't know. Does that make me a YouTuber? I don't know. I just like making videos. It's a good time. Let's see what else I've missed. I'll just kind of hang out there for now. Have you ever had a mini-me on the layout? Oh, like a person you talking about? Like a figurine? No. But that'd be cool. I think that'd be great. Never tried using a Cab 1L with the original Power Masters. You might need the legacy base adapter to use a Cab 1L in conventional. Wow, that's the first time that's made sense. Thanks, old Ohio Angler. You rock. His son is a really lucky boy. Yeah, he is. He got to see 1630 without me. Lucky devil. That's awesome. Oh, Challenger's going too fast now. You know what? Should we change him out? I don't really have... Oops, I stopped him in a tunnel. That's a bad idea. I'm going to get this thing on a stand. What do you guys want to see me run? Leave a comment, and I'll check it out here in a second once I get this thing on a stand. Because my other stand died. Because we were just having too much fun. Doop. No frickin' Western 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds like a combination an idiot would put on his luggage. Oh, Ray likes the RS11. Yay! Okay, so I'll turn things off. We have one vote. We have one vote for 1234. Earlier, I don't know if they're still in here, but we had a vote for the cab forward. Oh, I see a vote in there for the T1. Let's see. Oh, another vote for cab forward. That's 2 for cab forward. Maybe I need to do him. Keep voting on what else you guys want to see run. I think I'm gonna get cab forward here going though, because that does seem it's what the people want. Oh. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh my gosh. Did I just set that down? Okay, guys, you saw it here. I literally just put this thing down and all of the wheels lined up. That never happens. Also, yes, there is a piece missing. That's why it's a second-hand overland. Because I get discounts for broken stuff. I could probably just like 3D print like a little black piece there to do it, but cab forward. Well, we can't do cab forward without some overnight boxcars. What else do you guys want to see? What did I see? Another one for the T1. All right. Wait, there's 2 for T1. Is Tim gonna get overruled with Norfolk and Western Class A? I can run 2 articulateds. Let's take off 3985. Good job there, buddy. Yeah, that went about as well as I thought it was going to. But cab forward here, that worked perfectly. All right, what else do we got for votes? I probably will be what? Anyone else want to vote on trains you want to see run? Cab forward is on the line, so he's going next. But I'm happy to do another one. Otherwise, I'll just keep running the Mopac. While you guys figure that out, I'm going to get... I guess we don't have to run... Oh, hey, these still say Southern Pacific, so I can just run those cars behind them. All right. But what else do you guys want to see? What do you want the other engine to be? I can do anything. No one's home to tell me to do anything else. You guys are in charge. Big fan, you're 10 years old. JP Model Railroading. Welcome. Hi. I'm taking votes on what people want to see run. So far, we have a couple votes for cab forward, so I'm pulling this guy out. Is there another train you would like to see run? We've had 2 votes for T1 Duplex, and we've also had the Class A Norfolk and Western. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. I didn't do this very smartly. All right. Any more votes? Seriously, I figured you guys would want to see trains, unless you got more questions. Oh, Bella wants to see 844. Huh. Any diesels? Oh, another one for Class A. Okay, so it's a tie. I need a tiebreaker. Maybe I should leave that one up to JP since he's here. Do you want to see the Class A or the T1 Duplex? I'm going to run it with cab forward. Oh, any big steam. Perfect. That's kind of
all of those. That actually doesn't narrow it down. Let's see. Do 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 do. I don't know why I'm having to build like an exact train for this. I shouldn't. Ooh, let's do a reefer train. That'd be fun. At least I think it would be. Let's see. Come with me. You video thing, you. All right. Check these out. Oh, wait, no, I said I was going to do a reefer train. Okay, never mind. Blue for raised trains. Yeah, let's just do a reefer train. That'll be easy. Doop. You'll notice most of my reefer cars don't have beer on them. Most of them have ice cream. Because I'm a dad. And ice cream's way more fun. And beef. Because we're in the Midwest. Yay! More ice cream, yeah! North Pole ice cream in Pittsburgh, PA. Oh, and the skyscraper cone. That's a cool one. And what would you do for a Klondike bar? Perfect. That's a lot of cars. Ooh, I know what I can do. I can just, maybe I've already got them on the line. Wait, let's see what else they said. What else did they say? T1. Oh, he said T1. Do the cars smoke? The reefer train, there is one car that smokes. It's this orange one back here. But yeah, so T1. I'll just pull whatever, you know. We'll do a T1. I don't have to do passenger cars. That would be cool. If you guys have time, I can get passenger cars out. Who am I kidding? You're stuck here with me. You got time. Let's see. It's like usually when you change out trains, you just change out the locomotives and you keep having them pull whatever you want behind them. But I feel sacrilegious pulling trains that don't fit. It's kind of stupid in hindsight, but just the way I like to do it, I guess. Reefer train! Reefer train! We're gonna build ourselves a reefer train. And you can tell that I've been home by myself for way too long, 'cause I'm singing to myself and I don't know the words. I'm making up a reefer train. We're gonna make another reefer train. Lucky for you guys, I have a lot of reefer cars. Which means more ice cream for everyone! Ice cream! Oh man, I'm going slightly mad, aren't I? I don't care, I don't have anyone to impress. I'm married. Alright. A couple more reefer cars and we'll be good. And then the second train you guys said you want to see T1 duplex? It's fine with me. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to put this guy somewhere. There. I found a spot for you. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't forget. There you go, Dixie. What else have we got in here? No more comments. What, did the live stream break? Are you guys still there? We're doing a reefer train, right? Did I lose everyone while I'm doing this? Let me see. Oh no, we still got 26 people. You get an ice cream. You get exactly. This is going to be Southern Pacific and Pennsylvania Railroad sharing the rails. Oh, T1 duplex. There we go. And this is the legacy version. I do not have the TMCC version anymore. I sold that to Kisco Falls. It was kind of a hard decision, but it also kind of wasn't. Ugh, did I get it? Yes! Back wheels aren't on though. There we go.
Front wheels, back wheels. Yay. Wait a second. Reefer train. I need to bring these over to a siding or something. I just plop this up here for now. Oh, now it's like Batman where you have like action scenes pointing at certain angles. Where did I leave my Pennsylvania Railroad cars? Oh! They're in super secret storage. Duh. Come on, Dadified. It's like it's your first day. It isn't. You guys got any more questions about the layout or about what I'm doing or LionMaster or why I don't have Rail King? Well, Rail King steam engines. I don't know, are the Rail King diesels sized down too? Or are they more like scale size? I feel like everyone does scale diesels. No one does like scale. Oh no, that's not true. The turbines are scaled down. All right. This is going to be good, guys. I swear it's going to be worth the wait. You're doing great. Just hang on. 24 of you. Thank heavens. I thought I'd lost you all. You guys all get an A+ in patience. Especially you, JP, because doing this for you, I'd feel really silly if I got the T1 duplex out and then you couldn't stick around to see it run. So I guess I better hurry up and get those passenger cars out because that's what I've been doing. I've been getting passenger cars ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and an express reefer because I don't have the full 6-car set. That's okay. All right. Express reefer first because more ice cream, why not? Followed by the combo car because that's what comes next, of course. You guys are just hearing all this, but you can't see it because my gimbal died because I didn't plan ahead. I didn't think I'd be doing this for that long. But you guys are worth it, and I literally have nothing better to do. And I don't want anything better to do because this is fun. Instead of just running trains by myself in the basement waiting for my son and wife to come home tomorrow, I can run trains in my basement for you guys. Woohoo! Alright, here they come. Come around the corner. Here. Didn't quite make it. Alright. Yes, Pure Arshan, you would be correct. Charles Rowe does have them in because mine is coming from them. Yes! Alright. I'm finally ready. Took so long. Hope the worth was weighted. Oh, the worth was weighted? No. Wow, I'm getting tired. I hope the wait was worth it. Now where'd my remote go? Oh no! Where did I leave it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Hi. For your viewing pleasure.
5511, how's the lineup ahead? Over. Pennsylvania 5511, you're all clear. Over. Roger. That'll keep us moving. 5511 out.
Alright. Am I going to collect post-war? JP, that's a great question. We have one post-war train, but because post-war all runs on conventional, and I don't have a whole lot of ways to run conventional easily, I probably won't do more, at least not yet. But it would be cool to do so. I know, if we put you here, then we're kind of trackside. Is that as high as it'll go? Seriously? That's as high as it'll go? That's dumb. Whoa, don't want to fall over. All right.
Coming around the corner for you. Yeah. Yes, I got a pacemaker, Hudson. I need to speed up. Ooh! I wonder if I can get 3 of them going with the spacing. You guys want to see 3 trains? Oh yeah. Oh no! I dropped you. Does it work? Oh, rotate the device back. There! I gotta move a little faster than that. Yeah! This is working great! It's a little loud in here. Yay! Oh, JP, you've mostly got post-war from your grandparents. That's awesome. Yeah, go with what you got. And do your best to run them. I only had the 1 train from my dad. So, I bet if he had more post-war, I'd be running more here too. It just depends on what you have, really. Ooh. Whoa, that's too close. There. Thanks for coming out, Angler. Oh, Rail Chief's in here too. Yes, PR Sean, that is a dog on the tender. Good eye, my friend. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for coming out for the live stream. You guys can come and go as you please. Thanks for sticking with us as long as you have. Glad you can make it. Oh, thanks for coming, Tim. Yeah, maybe I should be in the final stretches. I didn't realize we're almost at 2 hours here. I'll shut her down in 5. That'll be right at 2 hours. Woo! Ooh, wait, should I try and get a 4th train going? If I move him up far enough, I just might be able to do that. We're gonna try it. 4 trains at once. You guys ready? I got a little bit of a gap. All right, good so far. Okay so far. Okay so far. I don't rear ended anything. 4 trains at once! Yeah! I'm insane! Especially considering how long the reefer train is. That takes up a lot of real estate. Wait, so we've got Katy and Pennsylvania and Frisco and Southern Pacific. I'm not running any Union Pacific on my Union Pacific themed railroad. Alright. Well, this is mostly nuts. And I'm running out of time, so I don't know how much longer I can keep this going without crashing then. Unless that's why you guys are sticking around, is you want to see an epic crash. I'm running at a low enough speed to where it shouldn't be an issue. Plus, I got this handy red button. Alright.
Betsy 5511, you got the green. Over.
Whew. That was fun.
Acknowledged. Cleared outbound. 5511 out.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming out to the live stream. I could fit another. Yeah, right, Sean. Yeah. Let's see. No crash, please. Thanks, Marshall. Breaking safety rules of the USRA. Yeah, you're right, Willie. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. If you haven't already seen the RS11 video, check that out, please. That's a good one. Stay tuned for LionMaster Hudson unboxing and mass hysteria. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Doop.